Hello everybody and welcome back. So we are at this stage. So we are going very well. I'm gonna address the shader in this one. So we have this flappy stuff going on, and then in the next tutorial we're gonna address the rigging part. So let's make a material for this one here. Well, shader actually. And I created the wrong one. We're gonna have a shader graph set up. So right click and we're gonna have shader graph, lit shader graph. This is gonna be the Windman. Yeah. And then I'm just gonna make a material on it like this. Perfect. So now we have the material on it, and if you do a vertex color on it, you see we have it's black, and then it's going red here. So we're going to use that to make sure that the flappiness is happening where it's red, and the black part is going to be the color yellow. So if we open up here, we're going to set some color. So we're going to have the body color, and then we're going to make the color, well, let's call it flappy color, like this. And yeah. Body color, let's do yellow on this one, because we've seen that before. The flappy color, it's going to be red. So now we have this one too, and we're going to use this one in a lerp. And let's see, we can have the body at the top, and then we do like this. So this is fine, and we can use the vertex color. So we just plug in the vertex color like this, and check out the scene. And we press save. So we have the wrong shader, so we need a Windman. The Windman material we made. So the Windman material is showing the vertex color, so that's good. So now we know it works. And now we want this to be red and this to be yellow. So the way we do this, we take the vertex color, and then if we use a swizzle, and we just take X, which means we're taking out the red channel. And then we can do sealing on this. Maybe I should have this open. It doesn't really make any difference. So if you make a sealing on this one, now, well, actually, first I just do the red one like this, so you can see what's happening. So now you see we have yellow and red, and if we want it to be a hard cut, we just use the sealing here. So we do like this and do save, then we get our hard cut. So that's nice. So that's a good start. So now we're going to add the face, because we have a face here. So we're going to add a face, and actually I'm just going to remove the Windman and put it back in. So now it's standing up. It's a little bit easier to work with. So reapply the material, and now we're going to add the face, because in Houdini we UV mapped it like this. So the face is up here. And if we would like to have the face a little bit lower down, like this, we just move it. So I want it here. Then we just need to save it out again. So, and I also, you have it too, or you just make it. So this one is a PSD file. So in Photoshop it's just some shapes, and it's alpha on it, and it's saved as PSD, and I'm using that. And let's see, where am I? Then here, in the import settings, I do, let's see, where is it? Wrap mode, I make it to clamp. So it will only render inside this UV area. So we're going to add it here. So the way to do this, we just make a sample texture 2D. And we're going to have here, we're going to have texture 2D. So that's going to be the face. So I add it here, and I'm going to, on the face here attribute, I'm here default value. I'm just going to make sure we have the face input right away. So here we have the face, and here we have the color. So I can take these ones, we can close them down. So this is the color part. So this is nice. Now we need a lerp, one more lerp. So this lerp gonna decide if we're gonna have the color or if we gonna have the face. And the way we do that is to use the alpha channel. And if we save now we should see a face here, and we're not. And that's because we need to, on the material, we need to add a face here too. So if we add a face here, and now it works. So we have a face like this one, but we have it on the back side too. But this doesn't have it on the back side. So we're just going to address this problem. And there are different ways of solving this. I'm going to solve it in the shader. So we're going to do, if we do a vector and we take the normal, so we take the normal vector, and it's important to take the object. And if we make a dot product of this one, let's see, like this. And so this normal, it takes all the normals from this mesh here, and we want to do the dot product. And the dot product will return either 1 or -0. And we want the normal to be, let's do forward. So this is the a forward vector doing the dot product of this. And if we just use this as a color, we will see what's happening here. So we are actually, the forward for this in object space is upwards. And we want this side here, so I guess we need to change it to I direction instead. So let's here do I. So if we do save now, now we have this side. I'm gonna treat that as the back side. So this is gonna be the front side. So we're just gonna flip the direction. And if we do like save here, now we have a mask. So everything on the front is white and everything on the back is black. So what we can do with this information, if we just take this part here, and if we move it into first a saturate, that means we clamp it between 0 and 1, because here it's -1 to 1, but now it's 0 to 1, and then we just do ceiling, and if we multiply this alpha channel with this information now, and then we use this information here. So what we made now, we kind of made a mask to only multiply the forward side of the alpha. So if we save it now, save there. And now we have the face only on the front side. perfect. So the last thing we're going to address now is to make the noise on these flappy edges. So this is the fragment shader, and this is the vertex shader. So we're going to do the noise in the fragment, in the vertex shader. So these nodes can't go up here and here. They need to have their own setup. So what we're going to make, we're going to take the position and we're going to make it in object space. And if you make an add and put it into the position, then we're taking the position and added nothing and set the position as it is. So this is doing nothing. So with the setup now, we can add stuff here to kind of offset. So if we have it like this, so we can see what's going on here. So let's say if we do, this is 2. Now everything is going to be offset here. So it's like offset out here. But we only want to offset where it is red. And so we made the mask down here, so we can use it again. So if we take the vertex color and the swizzle node, and we place it up here, now we have something to mask out, so it's only offsetting where it is red. So we're going to use a noise. So we're going to have a simple noise. And this noise, we're going to have here a float. That's going to be the noise amp. And we're going to have also the noise size. So the noise size is going to be this part here. And by default, I'm going to use 10 on that one. So if we take this part and put it in here, now we have a noise between 0 and 1. So we need to remap this one between 0 and 1. And then we're going to have this noise amp. So this noise amp can decide how strong the noise is, because if we just plug this one in here, well, actually, if we multiply this noise, and then we just multiply it with the vertex color red, and then if we add this one in here, now you see we have noise only on these stripes here. So now we're starting to get what we want. And I think the noise size, I'm going to have it to 100 instead. It's going to be a little bit more. Well, not yet, but we will get there. And we want the noise to be much weaker. It's too strong now. So here is the noise is between 0 and 1 unit. It's big. We also want it to go negative. So we have the noise amp here. And I'm going to make it a slider. Make it like, yeah, 0.4 maybe. So it's a slider between 0 and 0.4. And if we do like negate, so now we have negative and positive here. So if we do a vector 2, plug it like this, instead of doing negative here and working like this, now this value is doing it for us. So now we have with this one 0.4 in this here, and this is negative 0.4. So that's perfect. So if we save now and check out this material, now we can do the noise amp like this, right? Then we can do the noise size. So maybe a little bit less noise. So the last part I'm going to add here is to do a noise speed. And we're going to add a little bit offset to the position. So we will do some kind of noise here. We're going to use time for this. And we're just going to do multiply the time with noise speed. So we can decide how fast it goes. So let's do the noise speed default to 1. So if we do like this and we do save, now you see it should be moving. Yeah. I think it looks good enough. So maybe we could go back to the model and do less of this or bigger, but I think it's good enough. So yeah, I'm gonna stop it here. Well, actually, I'm gonna add one more thing. So you see this shading here is a little bit nice, smoothing here. That is so shiny. So I'm gonna just break up the smoothness here a bit. So here is the smoothness. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make 2 floats, and this is gonna be smoothness min, and we're gonna have it's gonna be a slider from 0 to 1. So default value 0.44, and then the max we're gonna have to maybe 0.7. So what we do with these ones here, we just have them in here, and if we make a simple noise, and I'm gonna make it default 50. I think that's gonna be good enough. You could expose this one too, but I'm gonna leave it as it is. But we have the noise, and this noise gonna be remapped between from 0 to 1, and we're gonna make it to be so 0.44 and 0.7. So we're gonna control the smoothness with these parameters like this. So now if we check this out here, so maybe have it here. And now we can control this smoothness on this one. So it looks really nice in the highlights. So yeah. All right, my friends. So it's a pretty long tutorial to do this Windman, but in the last one, we're going to address the rigging, and I hopefully can do it in one tutorial. So thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one.